Looking back now, I realize that tennis has been my mountain. My path has been filled with valleys and detours, but the views from its peak were incredible. After 28 years and 5 Grand Slam titles, though, I'm ready to scale another mountain, to compete on a different type of terrain. Maria Sharapova has once said. Behind that sweet smile and pretty face, Sharapova is regarded as one of the most talented athletes in tennis.
It was never about feeling superior to other players. It was about feeling like I was on the verge of falling off a cliff, which is why I constantly returned to the court to figure out how to keep climbing. I sometimes wonder if athletes feel the same way that I do, because I've never felt this consistent urge to be overly confident and to feel like I have achieved everything I ever wanted to achieve, because I feel like it's so easy to just fall from that. Confidence is beautiful, but it's like, how often do you really feel confident for a long period of time?
Who is Maria Sharapova on and off court? Why is her life more controversial than it has already been? Dust off those old newspaper clippings and get to know more about our most loved tennis athlete, Maria Sharapova, a star athlete, a brand ambassador, and a philanthropist. But before we get started, please be sure to like and subscribe to Sports Stars and click the bell to be notified of our newest videos. Maria Yuryevna Sharapova was born on April 19, 1987, to her mother Yelena and father Yuri in the Nyagan town of Russia. At tender age of 4, Sharapova's interest in tennis was noticed by her father's friend Alexander Kafelnikov, who handed her the first racket she's owned. Her unusual brilliant style of play was also seen by coach Yuri Yudkin, who taught Sharapova her first tennis lessons. When Sharapova turned 6, she began taking tennis classes at a tennis clinic. Upon seeing her development, they urged for her to attend IMG Academy Florida for her professional training. Despite not having sufficient funds, her father borrowed money to see his little girl get the best tennis training to compete in the major league. Upon her arrival to Florida, her father resorted to menial labor to sponsor Sharapova's tennis classes, while waiting for her to enroll the academy as she aged. Before she attended academy, Sharapova trained with Rick Machi Tennis Academy. After signing with IMG, Sharapova discontinued her sessions with Rick Machi. This had led her to earn scholarship to train at the Nick Bollettieri Tennis Academy at age 9. Long-limbed and powerful, Sharapova showed great promise on the competitive circuit. She turned professional on her 14th birthday, but continued to compete among her peers, finishing runner-up at Junior Wimbledon and French Open tournaments in 2002. Sharapova claimed her first WTA victory at the 2003 AIG Japan Open and also reached the 4th round at Wimbledon on her first attempt during the same year. Success came the following year when she won the singles title at Wimbledon, becoming Russia's first female Wimbledon champion. At the end of 2004, she added WTA Championships title to her list of achievements. Sharapova became first Russian woman to rise to the sports top ranking in 2005, and the following year, she claimed her second Grand Slam title with the win at the US Open. The tennis star was loaded by shoulder problems for much of 2007 and 2008. Though she managed to win her third Grand Slam at the 2008 Australian Open, she finally underwent shoulder surgery that October, and thus she was back in the top 20 by the end of 2009 and finished 2011 ranked number 4 in the world. In June 2012, Sharapova capped her comeback by defeating Sara Errani in the French Open final. The victory made her just the 10th woman to complete a career Grand Slam and allowed her to regain the world's number 1 ranking. At the 2012 Summer Olympic Games, Sharapova's Olympic debut, she won a silver medal in women's singles, losing the gold to American tennis star Serena Williams. Maria continued to play well in succeeding majors, finishing runner-up at the 2003 French Open. However, shoulder problems again took a toll, and not long after a disappointing second-round loss at Wimbledon, she withdrew from action for the rest of the season. Regaining momentum in 2014, Sharapova won her second French Open and fifth overall Grand Slam title by defeating Simona Halep. In 2015, she advanced to the Australian Open final and semifinals of the US Open before finishing the year ranked number 4.
Her life as an athlete has already been intriguing and exciting. Just you wait and see, as her personal life is more than just newsworthy. So, hang in tight as we move along to the juiciest side of things.
In March 2016, Sharapova announced that she had failed a drug test at the Australian Open in January. At a press conference, the tennis star said that she had tested positive for donät, with an active ingredient of meldonium, which she had been taking for health issues since 2006. The drug was added to the World Anti-Doping Agency's prohibited list on January 1, 2016. On June 8, 2016, an independent tribunal appointed by the International Tennis Federation suspended Sharapova from playing for 2 years because of the failed drug test.
I did fail the test, and I take full responsibility for it.
In October 2016, after Sharapova appealed her 2-year suspension, the Court of Arbitration for Sport announced that her punishment would be reduced to 15 months, allowing her to return to international competition in April 2017. Off the court, Sharapova landed major commercial endorsements with Nike, Avon, Evian, Tag Heuer, Porsche, and Tiffany, among other companies. She was the world's highest-paid female athlete for several years, with Forbes estimating her career earnings at $325 million at the time of her retirement. After March 2016 statement that Sharapova had failed a drug test, sponsors like Tag Heuer and Porsche stopped their relationships with the tennis star. Other sponsors like Nike, Evian, and the racket manufacturer had continued their support of Sharapova. Sharapova's other business ventures, including the 2012 launch of the Sugarpova candy line with Jeff Rubin, the founder of It's Sugar. A portion of the sales are donated to the Maria Sharapova Foundation to support her philanthropic foundations. To date, Maria Sharapova has a foundation named the Maria Sharapova Foundation that helps children worldwide in reaching their goals. Her foundation has donated to different causes, notably the Chernobyl Recovery Project. In her personal life, Sharapova began a relationship with Slovenian basketball player Sasha Vujacic in 2009, the two getting engaged the following year. During a post-match conference at the 2012 US Open, Sharapova declared that the engagement was off and that her relationship with Vujacic had ended. Afterward, she dated Bulgarian tennis pro Grigor Dimitrov from 2013 to 2015. She has been linked to Paddelate co-founder Alexander Gilks since 2018. After her suspension, Sharapova returned to action at the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix on April 26, 2017. She won her first WTA title in 2 years at the Tianjin Open in October and battled her way back to the sport's top 30 in 2018. Her quarterfinal showing at the French Open among the year's highlights. Despite having lived in the US for more than a decade, Sharapova chose to maintain her Russian citizenship. Maria Sharapova was appointed the United Nations Goodwill Ambassador for the UNDP for the Chernobyl Recovery Projects in 2007. Maria Sharapova was also the first torchbearer in the lighting ceremony of the Russia Winter Olympics in 2014. As the former champion struggled to remain competitive after advancing to the fourth round of the 2019 Australian Open, her performance hindered by nagging physical problems. On February 26, 2020, the month after her first round loss at the Australian Open, Sharapova announced her retirement in a Vanity Fair essay.
How do you leave behind the only life you've ever known? How do you walk away from the courts you've trained on since you were a little girl, the game that you love, one that brought you untold tears and unspeakable joys, a sport where you found a family, along with fans who rallied behind you for more than 28 years? 28 years is a really long time. I'm new to this, so please forgive me. Tennis, I'm saying goodbye.
Her earning 5 Grand Slam titles, 1 at Wimbledon, US Open, and Australian Open, and 2 at French Open along with 35 singles titles, she is viewed as one of the most valued athletes of all time. So, what do you think about Maria Sharapova? Don't let your thoughts go unheard. Share it by leaving a comment below. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to our channel Sports Stars, and click the bell to watch our newest videos. You can also check the links in the description to watch more of our best videos. Thanks for watching.
Tennis showed me the world, and it showed me what I was made of. It's how I tested myself and how I measured my growth. And so in whatever I might choose for my next chapter, my next mountain, I'll still be pushing. I'll still be climbing. I'll still be growing. The end.